Hello everyone, my name is Mahima, faculty at Resonance. So as we know that there have been recently few changes in the NEET 2025 examination. So in this video, let us brief about those changes in detail. Now first, starting with about the NEET examination. Now before the NEET examination, there were many multiple examinations across the state. But this caused very stress to all the students who were preparing for it. Now before the NEET examination, there were multiple medical entrance examinations. Now there were the state level examinations like AIMS, JIPMER at the national level. But we don't have any one entrance examination which can make us give the admission across all the medical colleges in India. But later the NEET was introduced. Now what exactly happened there? Now here the main aim for implementing the NEET examination or the idea of the NEET examination was to standardize this admission procedure, which was very hectic for all the students and also very time consuming. Now here they aim to create a single standardized examination for all the students who are interested to take admission in the multiple medical courses such as MBBS, Ayush and also the BDS there. So here it started all in 2013. The NEET was conducted for the very first time, but it was after the results were announced, it was not standardized. Now due to some issues, again they have to go with the state level procedure. But in the year 2016, finally it was reintroduced. Now from 2016 till now, we are the students are writing the NEET examination for getting admission into various medical colleges and various medical courses there. Now in 2016, the Supreme Court reinstated NEET as only the one entrance examination for getting admission into various medical colleges. In 2019, the NTA have taken the authority. So the NTA has taken the responsibility to overlook the NEET from the CBSE board. Now in 2020, AIMS and JIPMER merged with the NEET. So by 2019, the students were writing the NEET examination and parallelly they were preparing for JIPMER examination and AIMS examination. But later in 2020, what happened? They have merged this AIMS and JIPMER along with the NEET. Now the students, if they want to take admission in the AIMS college or any JIPMER related college, now here they are supposed to give the entrance examination separately. But after, in 2020, they have merged it. Now even if a student want to get admission into the AIMS, they are supposed to write the NEET examination only. So it's only the one platform via which the students can get admission into various medical colleges. Now from 2020 onwards, there were no significant changes, and over past all these years, there is only the single examination with the same pattern, and again that is being followed by all the students, and the students are now preparing for the one and only the NEET examination. Now this was the short overlook, like how, the history, how exactly it happened. Now next, what is the purpose of NEET in the medical examination? Now why it was introduced? So as discussed earlier, as we have multiple examinations, so a student cannot prepare for multiple examination during the course of 2 years, 2 academic years there, right? So to eliminate the multiple entrance exams, to ensure the fair admission procedure and also the dependency and the exam related stress for the students. Now the students for the coaching, like for example, as I told you earlier, AIMS, the pattern, okay, and the level of difficulty, the overall, the paper, the preparation is separate. Okay, for in the similar way, even for the other entrance examinations, the students are supposed to prepare. So they need a proper guidance. So here to reduce that also, it was very helpful. Okay, so they eliminated this. Now what exactly is the role of the NEET in the medical admissions here? Now here it is a single test for MBBS, BDS and Ayush courses. Now any student, any aspirant who wants to get into this medical field, okay, they want to get admission into the medical college or a dental college or the Homeo, Ayurveda, okay, so Unani and all this, okay, which comes under the Ayush courses. Now they are supposed to attempt the NEET examination, which is the one and only the gateway here. Right. Now here there is a merit based selection. So as you all know, it's a 720 marks examination. right? So you need to get a minimum like 180 to 190 marks depending upon your category and the year wise cutoff. You are supposed to score the minimum marks to qualify this. Now it's not that if you score minimum marks you would be able to get admission into the top colleges or any other medical college, but it is a merit based selection. Okay, so depending upon your AIR, depending upon your state rank, you would be getting, you are eligible for getting admission into your all India medical colleges or your state top medical colleges. So here it is the merit based selection. Next, there is a standardized syllabus. Fine. Now earlier what was the problem? Earlier if you want to prepare for any one particular state, so the state board syllabus, you're supposed to go through it, you're supposed to read it. So you're not sure about the syllabus. Just imagine a student who wants to write nearly 4 to 5 entrance exam because they are interested to get admission into that particular medical college. So they are supposed to read the different, like, you know, the syllabus. The depth is different, the analysis is different. Now here we have a standardized syllabus, right? Now when the syllabus is standardized, even the pressure on the student would be reduced and there would be a very good preparation, right? Now there would be a proper standardization here and a proper filtration, and if I could say that it is a very genuine move because yeah, there will be no pressure on the students also. Now here they eliminate the private college entrance examinations. So as we know that in the medical college we have the government colleges, we have the private colleges. So for the government, now for the government college and the private college we have only one examination, that is NEET examination, that the students need to appear. But before that even the private colleges started conducting their own examinations. Now here there would be a lack of transparency, okay, and it was also not standardized. So even this has been eliminated because of the implementation of the NEET examination here. Now what is the present day importance of the NEET examination? Now it is used for admissions in AIMS, okay, JIPMER and all the state colleges and other top medical colleges in India. Now over 20 lakh plus students appear for the NEET examination annually, now making it India's largest medical entrance examination. Okay, now here, now let us discuss about the exam pattern modifications, that what all modifications have been implemented and we need to follow from this year. Firstly, the removal of the optional questions. Now, most of the students, when you give an examination, right, now how many questions you are supposed to get in your question paper, right, you are supposed to get 200 questions. Now, how exactly 200 questions? You used to get 50 questions in each subject. For example, 50 questions in physics, 50 questions in chemistry and 50 questions of botany, 50 questions of zoology, that is 100 questions of biology. Okay, it was before the implementation, but now and here in that 50 questions you are having the first 35 questions in the section A, and there was the remaining you know, from the 36th to 50th question, the next 15 questions were in the section B there. Now when the questions were in section B, now here you were having, even though you were having 50 questions, but how many questions you were supposed to attempt? Only 45 questions. So here you had a choice. Here you had a choice of only attempting 45 questions out of 50. That was an advantage for many of the students there, right? But now it is no more such. So the section B column has been separately removed. So we will be talking about this in detail. Now secondly, the number of questions have been reduced, that is from 200 to 180 now. Now third, as the number of questions have been reduced, the duration is also reduced. The exam duration, which was earlier 3 hours 20 minutes, now is reduced to 3 hours only. Now let us discuss about each of them in detail. Now firstly, the removal of optional questions. Okay, so here now NTA has eliminated the optional questions from section B. So as I told you, now they were having the two sections, right? They were the section A, now which was having the first 35 questions. Now then there was what? The section B, which was having the remaining 15 questions. Now from this 35 questions, as it is, like on 35, total 35 questions need to be answered by the students. That's a must. So here in section A, there was no choice. In section B, out of 15 questions, there was a choice of attempting only 10 questions there. So that was an advantage for, the students. But now here we don't have this section B. It's completely reduced. Now the section A, now we have just section A, and this section A is having total 45 questions without any choice. Now secondly, the exam reverts to the original format. So the same format now that has been implemented. Okay, but here during the COVID it was changed, but now we are back to the original pattern there. Now here we don't have any section B. Now secondly, right, now the change in the total number of questions. Now as I told you, okay, so here earlier there were how many questions? Earlier total 200 questions were there, but now it is reduced to 180. Let us see how. Now here in the physics we have 45, chemistry we have 45, and in the biology, botany plus zoology we have total 90 questions we have it. Right, now here let us quickly see them. Now in 2024, right, now we were having total 200 questions, but now it has come down to 180 only. Now next is the exam duration. Fine. Now as the number of questions have been reduced, the duration has also been reduced. Now it's adjusted to 3 hours only. Now it is aligned with the revised question count. As the number of questions got reduced, now the time limit is only 3 hours. We will be no more having the 20 minutes extra. Now here in 2024 it was 2 hours 20 minutes, but it's now only limited to 3 hours only. Fine. Now here the mode of examination, though there were many uncertainties before, but now it is finalized that the mode of examination is traditional, that is pen and paper format. Okay, so do we have any shifts for it? So no, it will be all conducted in the one day only. So it will be conducted in it is a OMR based model. Right. Now here it will be conducted on single day and in a single shift examination. Okay. So this is the clarity about the mode of examination. Next, any changes in the syllabus? We don't have any major changes in the exam syllabus. Okay. So there are no major changes. The syllabus remain consistent with the previous year syllabus. So the one which you were having it priorly. Right. So focusing the NCERT curriculum for physics, bio and also the chemistry. Now next, now what are the implications for the aspirants? Now what is the strategy of the examination, the preparation strategy, that one we can talk about. Now herely first the conceptual clarity is must. Right. Now it is very crucial. Now I'll tell you why the conceptual clarity is very crucial. See, just imagine you were having 50 questions, you were having 35 in section A and you were having 15 in section B. Okay, so when you were having 35, you don't have any choice there. So you used to attempt all 35 on 35. But in section B, you only need to attempt 10 questions out of 15 there. So for example, if you are not sure about any concept, you can skip that question. Right, and you can go for the next because you had a choice priorly, but now you don't have any choice. So for this reason, you need to have the conceptual clarity, and that is must. That would be a savior for you. Okay, next, focusing on the NCERT textbooks for strong fundamentals. So as we all know, all the aspirants know the importance of the NCERT is there. So you need to read it thoroughly because it will be making your base very strong. Okay, all your fundamentals will be very strong, which will be very crucial for all the aspirants. Next, strengthening the problem solving skills in physics and chemistry. We always suggest you, okay, the problematic solving skills need to be very good. Okay, but now why it is crucial? See, as a time limit is reduced, fine. Now here you have the actual time limit. So here you need to, if you have been giving the mock test, which of 3 hours 20 minutes, but now it is limited to 3, even the number of questions are reduced, though. Okay, so here what you need to do, you need to just improve and work on your problem solving skills there. Fine. Next, regular revision and the self-assessment is essential. So if you keep on reading, you're not giving any test, that's of no use, I can say. Okay, so the regular tests are also required. So there you'll get to know whatever, like for example, you have given a test, you got some negative marking, so there you'll get to know, okay, though I have been revised it properly, these are the points where I'm drawing back. So what you can do, you can just come back and revise it, again you can like improve yourself, reattempt it, and again it will boost your confidence. If you just blindly keep on studying but don't give any test, it would not be useful for all of you. Okay, so it's must for the proper self revision and also giving the test timely there. Revision is the key. If you have read, if you have been completed the syllabus and you feel that I'm done now and no need to revise, it's a myth. Okay, so till the examination, the last day of the examination, revision is must. Keep on revising the syllabus in order to retain it for a long time and having a more clarity in the examination. So these are some of the preparation strategies which would really help you to boost your overall score. Now the very crucial thing, and most of you are struggling with, is the time management, right? So earlier you would have a like buffer of 20 minutes here and there, you could just do it well, but now it's just limited to the 3 hours only. Now how to manage the time, even in every day when you're preparing, as the NEET examination is approaching. So how you can plan your day. Now give 3 hours, okay, strategically give 3 hours for each subject. Fine. Now each hour, how would you be dividing? Okay, for example, in 1 hour if we take, so just don't read for 1 hour continuously, read for 50 minutes and take a 10 minutes ka break in between. Now in between the subjects and hours, take the buffer of 10 minutes for revision there. So whatever you have been reading for the past 50 minutes, just quickly revise it. Okay, quickly revise it, like just close your eyes and just revise the concept. If you're doing physics and chemistry, the problem solving or the formulae, write it down by your own. Draw a flow chart from your end. It would be easy for you to retaining it well. Now this is how you can manage the time efficiently and make it more productive. Now prioritize the easy questions to save the time. Now for example, you got the question paper, you have read the first question, and the first question is somehow the toughest question in the overall question paper, and it is the examiner who gave it as a first, because they know the time is very crucial. Now what you would be doing, you would be sticking there till you solve that question, and there you see the time has been passed. Okay, so don't get into this trap. For example, you have 45 questions. Now all 45 questions would not be tough. In that 45 questions, you have some questions which are of easy level, which are of medium level, and which are of difficulty level. So first, prioritize the easy level questions. Just imagine, you have 45 questions and you have answered the first 30 questions very easily. Now wouldn't it boost your confidence? Obviously it does. Now that confidence would make you resolve the remaining 15 questions easily. But don't stick on to the question which you don't know, and don't waste the time, because the time here in the examination is very crucial. It would be a game changer there. Fine. Next, avoid lengthy calculation, use smart shortcuts and tricks. Right, so moreover, maybe in biology it is not required that much, but in the physics and chemistry, the calculation part is very crucial. Now, if you have some lengthy calculation, just go with the tricks, okay, but don't keep on doing the lengthy calculations as we don't have the proper and enough time there. The time is very crucial. Fine. Now here, now how you can practice? Now what exactly we have? Now attempt the full length mock test regularly. So as NEET examination is approaching, so you need to give the mock test on the regular basis, because you will be familiarized with the overall examination pattern, content, how to strategically solve the questions in the examination and all. That would really help you up in your final NEET examination. Next, now stimulate the real OMR conditions. For example, I'll tell you how you get tricked with this. You have a question paper, and what you do, you randomly tick. Okay, you tick and you solve the paper and you're getting a good mark. But what you're not doing, you're not bubbling it on the OMR. Okay, many of the students are very good in solving the paper, they get the right answers, but where do you get messed up? In bubbling the OMR and timely filling up the OMR, which we can like overlook this, but this is also very important there. Isn't it? Yeah. So here, when you're giving the mock test, just have a physical copy of an OMR which you can easily get. It's easily available in the market. Okay, and even parallelly keep on bubbling it, and ensure that you take the minimum time when you bubble the OMR sheet. So both the things would be going parallelly, hand in hand, and in the very last minute you would not be doubtful about would I be able to complete the OMR bubbling in time or not. Okay. Now thirdly is analyze the mistakes and focus on the weak areas. areas. So the analysis is very, very important. You have given a mock test. You have scored very good, but there were few topics where you have, like, you lost the mark. So what you need to do? Okay, you go back to that concept. Okay, read it properly one more time, and again solve few questions which are on that topic. Now what it would be doing? It would be really help you for a revision. Okay, so the main thing I could suggest for you all is, don't simply read the NCERT and limit yourself to NCERT, but rather focus on the question practice. The more question you practice in bio, in physics, in chemistry, the more concepts you would be able to get a clarity on. Okay, the more concepts you will be getting in grip, right? You will be more confident, you would be overcoming across many topics, and there is a very suggested way and a very good way of revision, okay, during these, like, the last days of the examination, or I can say but just before the examination time there. Now you don't have more time for just going and reading back everything. Fine. Now solve the previous year question papers, as I have been suggesting you even in the previous videos, that the importance of the MCQs, the PYQs, okay, in the NEET examination. Okay, so you must solve at least minimum the 15 to 20 years of question paper to get a hands-on on the paper there, to idea how exactly the examiner is being asking the questions in the NEET examination. Now how you can strategically prepare according to it. Fine. Now you would be able to know in a chapter. Okay, so we have many topics in a chapter, but if you solve the MCQs, you would be able to know what are the most important topics, okay, from where every year we are getting, the questions are getting repeated. So what you would be doing, you would be reading those topics more properly, more perfectly. Okay, so you would not miss such topic, right? If you don't solve the PYQ, then you would be having no idea about what are the most important concept that one should read. So there is chances that you may overlook that concept as well, the topic as well. Now so what exactly we can do now? These are the days, the very crucial days, so we need to stay focused, we need to stay confident here, right? Now understand the changes, adapt the preparation strategies accordingly. Now follow the structured study plan. So you have prepared one study plan, stick to it. Don't randomly keep on changing them. Okay, stick to one plan and implement it throughout this examination time. Now practice rigorously with the mock test and the PYQs. Don't stop practicing the mock test there. Okay, give the vigorous, have a good practice now. Give the mock test on a regular basis. Solve the PYQs to strengthen and get a hands-on on all the concepts there. Right, stay confident, stay positive, and give your best. Now during this time, okay, you're supposed to stay confident no matter you have a drawback syllabus, right? You have some things to be read and all, but just be confident about whatever you have been reading all entire this academic year. Be optimistic, be confident, and this confidence will really help you to ace in the NEET examination. I hope you find this video useful. Thank you.